Master Sanjukta, our Program Quality Director, District 125, our District Training Chair, DTM Bina, and our District PR Manager, Distinguished Toastmaster Mayank Naidu, Club Growth Director, and all those members who are here but who don't want to switch on the videos. I'm speaking only to 4 people here. Can everybody just switch on your videos? Thank you, Prashant. Everyone. However you look, it's okay for me. See, everybody looks handsome, pretty, beautiful. All right, at least let me talk to these few people who have switched on their videos. How many of you in this audience plan to contest in the international speech contest? Mansi, anybody else? Prashant, very good. I think if people respond quickly, Santosh, it'll be easier for us to continue this session. Otherwise, it'll become a little boring. I will just be talking and anybody else who would like to contest or who would like any contestants here basically? Okay, because my first segment, that is where we will be talking about, yes, Joyce, thank you. We will be talking about contest guidelines. What should a contestant, what should a member be aware of when he or she plans to participate or contest in the upcoming contests, international speech contest and table topic contest. These are the 2 contests that we will be having in this term. So let me start by asking this question. How many of you already competed before or participated in a contest before? ISC. Bina. Yeah, Bina is there. Santosh. Anyone else? Mayank. Mayank's right hand is working. Okay, fine. Manasi. Okay. Anyone else? All right, let's start. Okay. What do you think should be the first tip or the first guideline that you should give yourself when you think, yes, now it's time for ISC, let me participate? What is that first prerequisite that you need to have? Please unmute yourself and start.
Writing down a speech, Usha ma'am.
Amit, okay. Okay, writing down a speech. Second.
If I may.
Please, go ahead. Go ahead.
You should have at least completed the level 1 and level 2 of each of the pathways.
I am also trying to say same thing.
Okay, so level 1 and level 2 you should have completed of any path that you are in. Okay, next one. Santosh.
Selecting the topic.
That's what he said. Okay, selecting your topic. Then, okay, you have completed level 1, level 2. You have started writing.
I think member of an active club means
member of a club in good standing and a member in good standing. Club may be in good standing, but what about your dues?
Yes.
You should have also paid your dues at least until March end. I know of Toastmasters who say, let me take part in the club contest. If I win, then I'll renew my membership. Is it correct?
No.
Absolutely
No.
not. No. Toastmasters doesn't work like that. Are you here to learn? That's more important. Are you here to test your skills? I think contests are one way of telling each one of us, where do I stand in this journey called Toastmasters? If you've been a Toastmaster for more than a year, okay, somebody who's not talking, and if there are people in the kitchen talking, making breakfast, tell them we are all coming. Thank you. All right, so it's very important that we participate in contests. If we have achieved the first 2 levels, we are members in good standing of a club in good standing. I think every Toastmasters right it is. It is their duty to participate in contests, because this is one way of evaluating oneself through contests. To understand? So if you are a part of Toastmasters, what stops you from participating? Tell me. Anyone who wants to participate but is afraid. It's crucial for us. Absolutely, it's crucial, Sanjukta, that we have to evaluate ourselves. I may feel that I'm the best speaker, but when it's contest time, I don't have that courage. So what is it that stops you from participating? Can anyone say anything? I would
Fear
like to-
from, yeah, fear from failure.
Fear of failure. Okay, very good. Anyone else? But if you have been a Toastmaster, what is there to fear failure?
I am Master Ranjan, and in this regard, I can say that what of the most requirement, what content we have.
Okay. But I think if you've completed level 2, you should have an idea as to how you plan your speech, the
Rightly
content
said.
as per the objectives, right?
Yeah, rightly said that because I am the new over here,
Okay.
and that's why I have just raised this concern.
Yes, see, for the international speech contest, if you want to contest, if you want to take part in the contest, you should have completed level 1 and level 2 of your pathway, the path that you have been allotted, or the path that you have chosen when you join Toastmasters. If you've completed 2 levels, by then you are aware how to write your scripts. If you have a good mentor, catch hold of that mentor. I'm going to take part in my club contest. These are a few topics that I have. Which do you think will work for me in a contest? Right enough? Yes, Mayank.
Yes.
Mayank, you said
So,
you
ma'am,
raised your. Yeah.
I wish I could participate, but my current leadership role, since I am a district officer, stops me from participating.
Correct.
So just
Correct.
wanted to highlight that rule as well. Thanks.
Yes, correct. Every member has the right to participate in a contest, except for district officers. Right from your area director who's sitting there, your district PR manager, Sanjukta is there. There are Milind there. They can't. Area directors, division directors, the trio, the district admin manager, all of them are barred from participating in contests, at least during their term. Mayank, you can cry now, no problem. What is the next thing that you think is useful? If you want to participate. Santosh, you've raised your hand, you've not dropped it, or you are still having a question?
I did not drop it.
Thank you. So for me, as a member, if I want to participate, I should be ready for failure. I may have the best speech, but to all the new members who have completed level 2, take this as a stepping stone now for all of you and say that this is my chance. Come up with the best scripts that you can. Think of topics that will work with your audience. Don't bring very high funda topics and all. Bring topics which you will be able to relate with your audience. A 5 to 7 minute speech, and out of which 75% of your speech should be original. It should be your logic, your ideas. 25% of your speech you can borrow from maybe a story or maybe something you've seen on YouTube, but you need to acknowledge or give credit from where you have got those ideas or those stories. Please do not pass them off as your own ideas or your own stories. I know of speakers who changed character names, who put their own names and created stories, but they are not yours. And if somebody protests, contestants will say, no, 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 this is not the original speech. So try to bring 75% of your speech from your own stories, your own life, or whatever has happened around you. If you're quoting someone, you are bringing an anecdote from somewhere else, no problem, bring it on if it connects with your speech topic. But let us have the person who did it, who created that story, or who created that quote, came up with that quote for the first time, give that person due credit. Anyone has any questions regarding what should be the basics that I should be looking out for when I'm delivering a speech? Any other question? We'll move on again later on to what are the other guidelines that a contestant needs to know in terms of international speech contests. But now I'd like to hand over to our district training chair, DTM Beena, who will take you through the basics of table topic contest. Over to you, Beena. Thank you. You're on
Yes,
mute, Beena.
Yes, yes. Thank you very much, DTM Usha. And I acknowledge all the district members and all the Toastmasters, especially the office bearers. I can see more of presidents and VP heads. So I'm glad, because they should absorb this whole thing and take it back to their clubs, transfer the knowledge. So you've got the basics from Usha, but for table topics, I must tell you that you need to be only a good a member in good standing of a club in good standing. Okay, that's all you require. That's all the condition you require to be able to take part in the table topics contest. So today, if a member has joined your club and he's a very good and keen speaker, enthusiastic, and your contest is next week, and he wants to participate, by all means, he can. Please remember that. Don't discourage him. Ask all your new members to participate, because this is that one chance they will get to move their trajectory from level A to, I don't know, geometrically progressive. The trajectory is if you take part in a contest. So this is number one. Condition number one, you have to be a member in good standing of a club in good standing. Now let's come to the table topics. 2 to 3 minutes. No, 1 to 2 minutes is the time given to you. So 30 seconds is the grace period. Beyond 2.5 minutes, if you go 2 minutes and 31 seconds, if the timer logs you for, you are out of the game. So restrict your table topics to 2 to 2.5 minutes only. 1 to 2 minutes. One sec, something is happening to my... Okay. Sorry.
Distinguished Toastmaster Beena, maybe you can switch off the video to help your width. Yeah.
No, I got it. So, so we are there back to taking part in Toastmasters. Now, some tricks and trade of table topics is when the contestant invites you in, please put your hands together for Toaster. Sanjukta. Sanjukta has come in, and now I think I'll put my video off. It's shaking too much. Okay, now she's come in, and now you have to listen very, very carefully, because the topic will be announced only twice in a on-site meeting when you are physically doing the contest. So Toastmaster Sanjukta, honesty is the best policy. Honesty is the best policy, Toastmaster Sanjukta. Done, dusted. Topic has been announced. Now there you are, and the audience is in front of you. Maybe you're going through a bout of nerves. Maybe your fingers are tingling, but wait, stand there for 2 seconds, look at the audience, smile, what happens here is you are absorbing the topic. Now there is a acronym provided to you by our seniors, which is called OREO. Please remember, O-R-E-O. Yes, the biscuit, OREO. O stands for opinion on the topic. O. Honesty is the best policy. What is your opinion on honesty is the best policy? Do you agree or do you disagree? Maybe Sanjukta will disagree and carry on to say that, yes, I disagree because. So O is her opinion. I will disagree or I will agree. R, O-R. R is the reason. Now she has to justify why she's agreeing or disagreeing. So reason for agreeing or disagreeing. Then comes the example. Always, but always give a personal example. Do not say my sister's husband or my brother's friend. We are not interested. We are only interested in you and why you think that honesty is the best policy. So say, example, I agree, I disagree. Suppose I disagree. For example, I was honest and told the cop that yes, I crossed the signal, but I was in a hurry and the cops still find me, or whatever your reason is and your example is to justify why you disagree or agree. Now remember, while you're doing all this, 1.5 minutes has happily passed. You've crossed the green, you've crossed the yellow, and you're in safe zone. So O-R-E is over, and now you have O again. So repeat your opinion. Therefore, I agree that honesty is the best policy. So you've put across your reason, you've given an example, and you've justified it, and you are now concluding with the repetition of the opinion that you expressed in the beginning. So this is the way you handle table talks. Now, suppose you cannot understand what the contest chair is saying. There's a topic which is very difficult to understand, which again, as an aside, I would like to tell the president and the vice president, if any of you is a contest chair, or if you appoint a contest chair, please advise the contest chair to choose a topic that is general in nature, that has a pro and a con, that, you know, an opinion for and an opinion against, and that does not require any special knowledge. Please do not choose, in Marathi, it's called bhannat topics, or in Hindi, it's called, or in English, it's called bizarre topics. Please do not choose bizarre topics. You may be quite happily, looking at the squeamishness of the contestants, but that is cruel. You have to choose a topic that is general in nature. Please remember that. And that is easy to understand. And choose a contest chair, dear VP Ed and Toast and President. Choose a contest chair who can enunciate clearly, who can speak out the topic clearly. Also advise the contest chair to say the same topic clearly to everyone in the same intonation. Don't start with the first contestant saying, honesty is the best policy. And the last contestant, honesty is the best policy. Do not change the intonation. Do not change the style of speaking. Do not raise your eyebrows in a way as if you're conveying you're surprised at the topic. Do not have a deadpan face. This is very important because I've seen contest chairs changing their style depending on the contestant who's come now, because they know this contestant and they'll say, come on, Isha, honesty is the best policy, is it? Like that. Don't do that. Please advise your contest chair to have a deadpan face. Say it 100 times. I know there are 10 contestants, you have to say it 10 times, but say it with the same deadpan face that they've said for the first contestant, because it is unfair to the third and fifth and last contestants if you keep changing your style and your expression. So that is the contest chair, that is the topic. So as a contestant, please biologically keep a clock inside your body so that you know when green is over, you know when yellow is over, and when yellow is getting over, please wrap up so that the red is shown and you're saying contest chair. Now, another thing I must tell you is, don't come here, start fidgeting and say, Honesty is the best policy. Well, what a topic. You're wasting 3 seconds already doing all this. Instead of that, if you want to calm your nerves, stand there for 2 seconds, look at the audience or look at the camera now, which I'm looking at, and say, contest chair, fellow Toastmasters and friends. This calms you down. This is a regular opening and it is a polite one because you are addressing the contest chair. Don't just rush into the topic or cut to the chase, as they say. Just open with contest chair. In your head also, you know that when this word contest chair, fellow Toastmasters and guests come, then you know Oreo will come. Opinion on the topic. I agree that honesty is the best policy because so-and-so, so-and-so. For example, I would like to give you my personal example where I cheated in the exams and I thought I was being honest, but then they punished me, etc., etc. Therefore, I agree that honesty is the best policy. So you got it. I mean, it's very easy. If there are words that you don't understand in the table topic, take one word at a time and analyze it. Take a word which attracts you most and analyze it. Remember, the judges will look at the way you speak and the way you've tackled the topic. They will not see your mistakes or they will not see you. If you fumble, if you hesitate, if you are nervous, they will see that. But if you are confident and if you handle the topic in your own way, give it a spin, turn it on its head and express your opinion, they are sure to give you marks. They will say, oh my God, he looked at the topic in a completely different way and he justified it. He, she. Women's Day is coming near and I'm only saying he, she. So I am not gender specific, please. So handle it your way, but do not and never show that you are nervous and scared. You can fool the judges this way and put your hand in their pocket and take out the marks and give them to yourself. So please remember, stand steady, 2 minutes nesting time, repeat the topic as an opinion and agree or disagree. Give the reason for agreement or disagreement. Give an example and reiterate the topic and the opinion again. That is Oreo for you. Thank you very much. Over to PQD Sanjukta. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Distinguished Toastmaster Beena, and thank you so much, Distinguished Toastmaster Usha, for these quick 10 minutes ready reckoners for the 2 contests. Now, I would like to highlight a few things. Those who have been listening to both of them, in their speeches, they were giving these impromptu anecdotes, you know, where you were smiling when Distinguished Toastmaster Beena was giving those anecdotes, he and she, I'm not gender specific. That's also a style of engaging audience. So in your speech, in your table topics, if you do this, that's an added attraction. So practice. Don't make it, when you practice, don't make it by the book. Keep some innovation from yourself. That's also one of the tricks of the trade of any contest that I wanted to share. I think Toastmaster Nagesh had a question. Quickly, Nagesh, we can take one question for this particular.
Hi, I have a question regarding the table topics. Just
Yes.
now, if the table topic is confusing, we don't know about anything. Suppose the topic is the movie I saw last time, but I am not a movie lover. Okay, so I can't. So can we have a one chance to exchange topic or not in the table topic contest?
No. The movie I saw last. Now you take that topic and say, contest chair, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, I have not seen a movie, so there is no question of seeing the last movie or talking about the movie I saw last. I hate movies. And the reason for this is that I prefer dramas or I prefer to read a book. I don't like to sit in a closed theater watching a movie on a screen larger than life and seeing and getting excited about it. I don't. I prefer to stay indoors and read a good book. So, for example, I was dragged to a movie by my wife and she said, I insist you see this one, you'll change your mind. And she took me to Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gham or whatever the movie she took you to or you want to talk about. And she wept through the whole movie. I had to loan her my handkerchief also, as well as her own. And I was fed up. So I had decided after that, I'm not seeing any movies. This is the reason I cannot tell you, dear contest chair, which is the last movie I saw.
Thank you so much,
Thank you, Beena ma'am.
Distinguished
you.
Master Beena and Nagesh. Just to let you know that she clocked exactly 1.5 minutes. So she completed her table topics in that time. Thank you so much. Going on to the next segment, we would start, and this is where you as organizers, you as leaders of your clubs or your areas or your divisions, how to conduct these key contests. And we would like to start by sharing the guidelines that Toastmaster International has highlighted. And for that, I would like to call on stage our district chief judge, Distinguished Toastmaster Usha. Over to you.
Thank you, PQD Distinguished Toastmaster Sanjukta. How many of you are going to be conducting contests this year in terms of having a proper contest and not nominating a candidate? Just raise your hand. How many of you will be having both the contests? Can you all switch on your videos, please? Yeah, thank you so much. This is what happens when you've been at Toastmasters for too long and had offline contests for so long. Thank you. It feels nice seeing faces. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. All right. I'm sure most of the clubs are going to be starting or having their contests in the upcoming weeks, coming next Saturday, Sunday, or during the week. If it's a corporate club, I'm sure you must be having your contests during the week. Correct? Sanjukta, can you unmute all of them so that I can at least get some reaction?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. See, it
Yes.
sounds nice. So most of the clubs are going to be having their contests in the upcoming weeks. My club is having it next Saturday. So who is the first role player that you would need for this club, for the contest?
Chief Judge.
Chief Judge.
Contest
Chief
chair.
judge and contest chair we need to.
Contest chair. Contest chair, timer. Oh my God, so many role players. The first person you need to pick up is your contest chair. Because the contest chair is the one who's going to conduct the contest. The contest chair in turn will pick up a chief judge. The chief judge could be from your own club, a senior Toastmaster who has conducted contests before. You can pick up a chief judge from there. That chief judge is going to bring in the voting judges and all from outside. So the contest chair is the most important person who is going to ask for all the contestants to nominate themselves. The show must go on, and it starts with the contest chair. What does the contest chair first have to see? Anyone? First
Seek
of
for the
all,
nominations. Yeah.
no, first of all, the contest chair has to see that all the members have gone through the speech rule book, contest rule book. How many of you know that there is a contest rule book or have gone through it? Why am I not seeing anyone raise their hands? Oh my God, poor TI. Thank you, Beena.
As a program quality director, I am not very,
Happy about it.
no, I'm not feeling safe.
No. That is the first thing that every member needs to open and see. How many of you don't have the speech contest rule book? It's there. It's there on your District 125 website. Take a print of it and keep reading through it if you want to be part of a club contest, because all the do's and don'ts are in there. This is like going for your exam without reading your subject textbooks. Anything and everything you want to know about a contest is there in that rule book. So the first thing that you need to do is go through the contest rule book. 100% you have to go through it. If you don't have, as a member, you don't have it, go to the district website or just go to Google and say speech contest rule book. You will get everything. You'll get the whole book in front of you. I have it in my laptop. I have it on my phone. Anytime I go, I can look at it and see what I need to know from there. So the first thing is the contest chair will look for nominations from the members. For the ISC, first of all, the contest chair should know whether the members are eligible to participate. Secondly, whether they have completed level 2 of pathways for ISC. Third, member in good standing of a club in good standing. You can attempt ISC. So you have a contest chair who will now start looking for other role players. What is the next role player that you're looking for? You have a contest chair, you have a chief judge. Which is the next role player?
Timer,
Timer, sergeant
tally
down.
counter.
Tally counters, then, because it's an online contest, Zoom host.
Zoom. Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, amongst all these role players, I feel the timer and the Zoom hosts are the most important role players in an online contest. Why? Because if the timer is having his phone next to him, they get distracted. So we need timers who will focus on the contest, what is happening, and use the timing lights for the contestants and for the whole meeting, the whole contest. So a timer who has taken up this role before and understands what the role of a timer is should come forward and say, I'll take up this role. Many a time when, as the chief judge, we are briefing the timers, they have told me, ma'am, I have done this role in my club meeting. I have never done it in a contest. Then I feel like what Sanjukta is feeling now, unsafe. So we have 2 timers, 2 Toastmasters who will be taking up the role of timers. One is fairly new and one is a little experienced in this role. Zoom hosts, very important role player, who will mute everybody, who will see to it that no one can unmute themselves. And if the contest has started, all the Zoom activities, they should be very good with it. Do you understand, everyone? So you need good Zoom hosts, you need timers, tally counters, and sergeant at arms. Sergeant at arms also, I don't mind even if a new member takes up this role and comes and starts the contest. But tally counters also can be new members. They will be taught how to do their role by the chief judge. The chief judge will explain how to do this role. So if they are looking for tally counters or sergeant at arms in any club meeting, and if you feel that you are ready to do this role or you want to learn, please raise your hand and become a tally counter or a sergeant at arms in any other club. Is it okay? Okay, so once the contest chair is nominated, second, you have the role players all in place. Now starts the nominations. The nominations have to come in. The contest chair has to share the contestants' profile form, eligibility form, which the members have to sign. All these are part of the contest chair kit that you will find in your website, District 125 website. Please, once in a way, log into District 125 website and see what are all the documents that you can get for contests, contest documents. Go to the PQD corner and you will find all these documents which have been uploaded there. The contest chair then needs to look at the script, what he or she is going to be speaking. We will be uploading the scripts for international speech contest and the table topic contest by tomorrow. It will be on I will share it with Sanjukta soon. Scripts which you can take and use it for your club contests with all the details there in that. So tell me, international speech contest, what is the timing? Can someone say?
5 to 7 minutes.
Correct. At 5, which light?
Green.
Green.
6
Yellow.
and red?
7.
7. Now, when the green light comes on at 5, please don't switch it on and switch it off. Speech contest rule book very clearly says the green light will come on at 5 minutes and it will be on for that one full minute until the 6th minute. The 6th minute, the yellow light comes on and it will be on till the 7th minute. At 7 minutes, the red card will come on, or the red light will come on, and it will remain till the speaker finishes speaking. And there will be no indication of any overtime. That's why I say the timer's role is very, very important. So all these speech contest role players are very, very important for any contest to be conducted successfully. Any questions on role players or how the basics of a contest have to be run? Anyone has any questions? Yes, Sanjukta.
Now, I would like to add something that while you all are conducting the contest, make sure that during the contest, be it online, be it on a physical thing, you have a copy of the rule book with you, be it the VP Education, be it the Chief Judge, be it the contest chair, because you might come into certain circumstances where you don't know how to do or what to do. And that time it is the Chief Judge who has to make a decision. So it's crucial that as a Chief Judge or the appointed Chief Judge takes time to go through the rule books or the Toastmaster International guidelines to take a fair decision. Now, I say fair decision, okay, because at the end, you don't know what the circumstances are. For example, say, suppose a contestant was speaking and then he or she disconnects. Now, he or she is not back online even after 3 minutes. What do you do? So insist on during your contestants briefing, and as Vice President Education and President, you might just participate in that briefing so that these guidelines are agreed upon. So the Chief Judge then should highlight to the contestant, hey, you know, we will be waiting for you, say X minute, 1 minute. And if you disconnect, try to come back online. Yeah, because if you cannot really go on waiting, right? For a speech which is 5 to 7 minutes, you cannot wait for 10 minutes for a single contestant. However, having said that, agree to the timeline. The Chief Judge is supposed to take that decision, how long they have to wait. And that should be clearly stated during the contestant briefing. So these kind of pre-contest activities is also very crucial. Yes, so as contestants, as role players, be in the briefings. Yes, distinguished Toastmaster Beena, please go ahead.
Yeah, like they say, money is a dirty word. There are certain things which are not very pleasant, but the contest chair has to do it. And that is the budget. And also the room or the audio, etc. And the trophies and the certificates. Certificates, of course, is in the kit. Arranging for trophies. All this the contest chair has to do along with the VP Ed and the other ExCom members if they can help. But the contest chair is also responsible for the budget, for the audio or the room, for the trophies, etc. to be presented to the winners and the participation certificates. I'd like to add this much also for the contest chair.
Correct. But what Beena is saying is if you're having an offline contest.
Or even an online contest, you have to give them trophies if they win. No? So
some clubs don't give, some clubs give only certificates.
Oh,
money
okay.
again comes into.
Again, yeah.
Okay. One more highlight. Amit, I'll go back to your question, but distinguished Toastmaster Usha, I would also want you to highlight the uniqueness of the guideline that has come up, that previously we used to have that CC condition. But now that has been done away with Toastmasters International, right? The old educational.
Yes.
Yes.
I didn't speak about it because most of the members sitting here are all new members. They've not, how many of you have been part of the old legacy program? I think at this point of time, only Veena, me, I think.
Since we are recording, we would still highlight it because
Yes, I will.
Yeah.
But this is a very, very old story, dear Toastmasters. Veena and I have been with Toastmasters for too long, and we've been part of the old legacy program in Toastmasters. It's only in 2018 that District 98 or now District 125 rolled out pathways. So anyone who's been with Toastmasters before that, they would have done their, and if they have done their DTM, can take part. They used to say that, but now only pathways. DTM in pathways or level 2 in pathways. I don't know whether it's DTM also and DTM.
And
Correct.
DTM. In any
DTM.
legacy or
Legacy program and the new program.
So I qualify.
No, but somebody will ask, how do we become a DTM in the new program? Then Veena, you have to take it over from there.
But the rule book says DTM
Yes.
and level 1, level 2.
Correct. So
DTM,
they
have not
don't.
said DTM in pathways. They have said DTM. This
Yes.
title is forever. I am a DTM, but I have
Okay.
not done level 2 in pathways, but I still can take part in IS. See,
So-
that is the anomaly here. Yeah.
I have a
Yeah, yes.
question here. I have a question, a googly question to the community who have joined this call. Now, who other than this special condition are allowed to still contest? Can anytime any new Toastmaster contest in the ISC or TTC? Raise your hand before answering. Can a brand new Toastmaster still contest? What is that condition, special condition?
Is that for a newly chartered club?
Absolutely. A club which has been chartered less than a year back can participate. Their members can participate in the ISC and table topic contest.
The
Their-
chartered member.
The level 2 doesn't work there for chartered members of that new club.
Toastmaster Amit, yes, over to you for your question.
Yeah. Thank you, Sanjukta. Toastmaster Sanjukta. Yeah. So my question was about the chief judge selection, means finding the chief judge.
Yeah.
Earlier, I remember there was a quiz. Means he or she has to complete that quiz, and this time it is if he or she has joined the TLTP program, then she is eligible. Is my understanding correct?
I would still say the quiz is still available on your district
No, it was
website.
closed.
No,
we
it was
tried it.
not closed. Now it is again available. It was a problem with the Google Drive. So I would
Okay.
still suggest, for the confidence of that chief judge, ask that person to go and attempt that quiz.
Okay. Thank you for clarifying. Yeah, thanks.
And of course, I would like to highlight here, we request that we go for chief judges in our own district because it's an
Yes.
experience, it's a learning, and it's also collaboration and networking that you can do with your other Toastmasters. Having said that, even if you are inviting a Toastmaster from another district or another geography to come and be your chief judge, please make sure that person is aware of some guidelines that our district has, which is in the form of the chief judge guidelines that we have on our website. And also, for example, that chief judge should acknowledge that we have a district chief judge who would need to have all the details of the contest sent to the PQD office, because those are the district specific guidelines. So even you as Toastmasters, traveling Toastmasters, may be a chief judge in another district. Now you have to respect that district's guideline also. So ask or
Right,
share.
right.
Okay.
Okay.
Now,
And yeah,
to add to what Sanjukta just said, if a chief judge, a Toastmaster who's taking up the role of chief judge, has any questions which they can't find the answer for that, call us, call me, or call Sanjukta, call Beena, call someone, and try to reaffirm or reassure yourself that yes, whatever role I'm taking, is this query that I have, can they give me an answer for it? But ask, just don't take your own decisions, which can get you into trouble later on.
Okay.
Let's, like Beena's, like Sanjukta said, that you don't know what can happen at a contest. There are some surprises that come to you. So if you have any question, pick up the phone. The contest is on, but please send a WhatsApp message. I need to talk to you urgently.
Yes.
We have got calls like this before also, and we have been able to answer their queries. And I think we've done it satisfactorily during that time. So this time also, I don't think we should be in a situation where we'll have a problem that way.
So another request,
Okay.
you should also, if nobody is available, make sure you call your area director, okay, to ask. So if you're not finding us responding, this district chief judge not responding, do connect to your area director. I will go to Toastmaster Rajendra, but we had a question from Toastmaster Aarti. Can a person play a role of a chief judge in one club and participate in a contest of another? Distinguished Toastmaster Usha, please answer that question. I would have, but I don't want to.
Somebody is planning something, I know. Okay. Who's that? Aarti?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Your question is,
Can a person play a role of a chief
Uh-huh.
judge in one club and contest in another? In the club level.
yes, of course.
So mark what I said, Aarti. In a club level,
Only in the club,
yes.
not at area, okay? After club, no. Even winners, or even like, for example, everything you can do only up to area level. Like you won at your club contest, you can maybe take up a role of a contest chair in another club, only up to club level. Beyond that, nothing will work. Area levels, if a winner from one area goes to another area and takes up role, that is wrong. You can't do it.
So
Please.
yes, at the club
All
level.
all club levels, yes.
Yes.
At club levels, yes.
Thank
Yes,
you.
Beena.
Toastmaster Rajendra?
But I think Beena raised a hand for something.
No, Rajendra first.
Oh, Rajendra, okay.
So my question is, if the club is not in good standing, like less than 8 member, but member is active, or I will say, can that person take a part as a contest chair in other clubs contest?
Contest chair, yes. Contest
Yes, but cannot participate in a contest, but
no,
contest chair, yes.
Contest
Yes.
chair or chief judge means, like take a case like I am already a seasoned Toastmaster, but our club is not doing good, like less than 8, but I can become a contest chair or any other role in other clubs contest.
Yes, why don't you join another club?
No, just that's
No, that is not the
That's another idea I can give you. Your
Yes,
club
yes,
is
dual
not in good
membership.
standing.
Yeah.
Beena.
No, it's not.
Club is not in good standing, but the member is in good standing. Definitely you can take a chief
So,
judge role somewhere else, or a contest chair role in another club contest, definitely.
one request that I had here is we will get back to this question soon enough. Please keep on putting your questions in the chat. I will request Distinguished Toastmaster Beena to please make a note of these questions so that we can add them to our district FAQ. However, I think we need to go on to the next segment and come back to this question and answer. We have a segment for that.
Ma'am, good morning. Ma'am, good morning. Just I wanted to put just to clarify, any club which is not in good standing, the candidate or the member cannot be a contestant in the area wise.
No.
Toastmaster
Shakil.
Yeah.
Sheikh Shakil, yeah.
Doctor.
This is what I understand. Yeah.
We are
Only,
talking about contest
Yeah,
Yes.
otherwise you can participate.
Thank you so much. But I think we will go to the next thing. I think there's a confusion because Doc probably joined a little late. We were talking about contest role players. Having said that, the next segment is of a very unique and new thing. Now,
Okay.
Toastmasters International has said that you could have hybrid contests. Okay. Now, this hybrid contest has its advantages and its intricacies or complicacies. I wouldn't say disadvantages because everything is an advantage in Toastmasters. In order to have your contest in an hybrid mode, what could you do? Now, Toastmasters International has given some guidelines. We from the district will be putting up those guidelines in the PQD corner section of contests. However, today I would quickly like to share a checklist that we collated or conjured up with our thinking hats on. This is again to help you. This is a guideline. This is not a rule from the district. This is to help you in case you as a club, you as an area, you as a division want to conduct a hybrid contest. Okay. For that, I would like to share my screen. Let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes.
Perfect. And I would have to multitask, so please stay with me. Okay. So how do we start? So what I have done is I have tried to think from where we start. Like, you can see my screen. So for example, the first one is about the venue. Now in hybrid, that means you're having it in person as well as online. So your venue is 2. You have to have a physical venue where you have a good internet connectivity so that you could have the equivalent Zoom meeting connection also enabled in the venue as well as the people who are online. Correct? Now, who is responsible for this? Generally, the club executive committee, the vice president education, or the sergeant at arms of the club should facilitate this in the club level. In the area, it is the area director, it is the division director, so on and so forth, right? For any time, if you have any questions on the contest during hybrid times, as a thing, you need to connect to your area directors or your division directors and or your district chief judge or the PQD office for any questions, right? So now when you have a venue, what would you want to do first? You don't directly go to the contest that, okay, I have a venue which has internet. No, ensure you have a dry run or a mock contest where you go to the venue, you have someone physically in the venue doing the contest mock drill and also someone online. We call something called the recovery drill, or it's called an disaster recovery drill, where we go and create problems. So for example, a dry run should contain that suddenly a contestant is muted when he or she is speaking. What should we do? Who should do what? The district chief judge should say that, the chief judge of the contest should say that, okay, pause timer, we need to wait. I think the contestant is having a problem. So recreate these exceptions that can happen. A dry run at the venue is very much required. And it is not just for an hybrid. I would recommend it for all kinds of contests, even if you are having it offline, if you are having it only online, as and when a dry run of a contest is very much required. Okay. The next state for the hybrid contest is in hybrid, uniquely, at least for the international speech contest at the district level, you might need to record the contest. Okay. Even if you don't want to record, for the club level, for the area level, for the division level, you need to have the apparatus ready. Why? Because when a person is offline contesting in a hybrid contest, her or his speech should be equally available or heard to the online team. I'm mentioning online team because there would be role players online, there would be voting judges online, there would be contestants online, right? So the online team should be enabled to be hearing what's happening in the room also. And that's why the apparatus is important. The microphone that the offline participant is using should be internet enabled and should go into the Zoom meeting audio. So that again should be checked during your dry run. Okay, so hybrid apparatus, a good mic connected to the Zoom meeting session also do. I would request anyone who is unmuted to please go on mute. Thank you. The next highlight that I wanted to share, again, this is a thought, it's a highlight, that's why I'm saying. We have the Chief Sergeant at Arms for a contest, right? Who opens the contest, who also coordinates. Now, for an offline contest, a Chief Sergeant at Arms starts the contest and then coordinates the other Sergeant at Arms. However, in hybrid, with the offline Chief Sergeant at Arms, we also have the Tech Master. Now, mark my words, I'm saying Tech Master because some corporate clubs might do it over Teams. So then it's not a Zoom Master, it's a Teams Master. So hence I have named it as Tech Master. So both the Tech Master and the Chief Sergeant at Arms have to work closely together to ensure that the venue or the medium is well ready to be used for the contest. Breakout rooms should be created, should be available for the table topics contest. Breakout rooms should be available in an hybrid contest for ballot counters maybe, or tally counters as we call them, so that during tallying of votes, they can go into the breakout room. In a physical venue, Chief Sergeant at Arms should ensure that the ballot counters have a separate place where they can go, they can connect to the online ballot counters and the voting judges and do the needful. So that is why we need two Chief Sergeant at Arms, one for the offline Chief Sergeant at Arms and the other one is the Tech Master or the Zoom Master who coordinates the online aspect of it, right? And during briefing, before the contest, the chief judge should handle both the responsibilities of these people. So the chief judge's briefing to these role players should be tweaked accordingly for an hybrid contest. Please mark a note, anyone who is planning to become a chief judge in an hybrid contest. Your briefing has to contain both the aspects, the physical meeting as well as the online experience. For the next set of role plays, I heard some of you Toastmasters already mentioned timers, very crucial role. Timers need to be present in both the mediums. Okay. Now, when I say timers need to be present in both the mediums, because for an online participant, it might be easier to pin the timer or see just now, like you see, I have added spotlight to the timer screen. So that is the kind of facility that the online contestant should have. Having said that, we would still need the timers in the physical world also. And in the dry run, you have to ensure that the physical venue timers, the online venue timers have a common timing device, that they start at the same time. That is something the chief judge should coordinate during the dry run and see how it works, right? So the advice or the best practices, other districts who have organized the hybrid contest. So it's a kind of knowledge sharing that was done, and it was highlighted that it's better to have 2 timers offline and 2 timers online for the table topics contest at least, because it is crucial to tag those timelines at the same time. Okay. Now, many of you are excited to have hybrid contest. I would like to give a disclaimer that for hybrid, the role players almost double. Any role that you're talking about, to have a proper contest, the role players are doubled. The next important aspect, the voting judges. Now, the minimum number of judges should be available across both mediums, that is offline venue as well as your tech venue, Zoom or Teams. I say minimum number of judges. Now it's different at different levels, right? You also have to remember, say suppose you have online X number of judges, which is the minimum of that particular level. But then one of the judges logs off. The chief judge should have some kind of buffer judges available who are also judging. So that is a discretion I leave to the chief judge, how to effectively manage the voting judges panels on both the mediums. It is again a best practice or advised. It should be minimum +2, if possible, in both the mediums, excluding the tiebreaker judge. Okay, again, tiebreaker judges, best practices say that have 2 of them, one online, one offline. Maybe. Again, it's a guideline, it's a practice that some of the districts did. It's on the chief judge of that contest to decide. For tally counters or ballot counters, as we call them, tally counters should be available in both the platforms. They should also know who amongst the voting judges they are connecting before the contest, after their briefing, what medium they're going to be part as a tally counter, whether they're going to be a tally counter in the offline world, whether they're going to be a tally counter in the online world. They should ascertain what they should do. And then the chief judge should ascertain whether there should be a separate breakout room or there should be a WhatsApp group between the tally counters, as and how the chief judge decides during the contest role players briefing. Depending on that format, the tally counters should be prepared knowing who are the voting judges they are supposed to connect. Again, best practices, generally tally counters quickly create WhatsApp groups with those individual voting judges so that during the voting judge time, the ballots can be easily transferred and then collated, and the tally can be done in a smoother way. During the contest, the tally counters should be aware and should be continuously in touch post a contest. When the voting judges are collating their votes, they should start connecting in that common medium that was agreed, so that they stay on top of it. Zoom meeting enabled in devices. Now, a very unique thing. Of course, you should have separate venue, right? You should have a physical venue and you should have a Zoom meeting. But remember that Zoom meeting invite should be enabled at multiple places in that room. For example, there should be multiple laptops for the physical setup, where the contestant is contesting. Along with that, there should be another laptop where, the tally counters can connect when they go into the briefing room. Or when you are having your table topic contest, when you take your contestant to the different room, they should also have an access to a laptop where they can see the breakout room or something like that. So this is a key aspect pre-contest during the dry run that the chief judge should discuss and do. It is again a guideline, but think of this. So these aspects is what you should have in your mind. Yes, the biggest help that you can have, the more dry runs or mock contests you have, the better equipped you are. Now, when you are having these dry runs, think of all the possible disablings that you can have. You can even say that somebody switched off the Zoom meeting. What should the chief judge do? Because that is when you know how much time would it take to come online, what should be done, how should be done. Do these mock dry runs. At the club level, probably one is good enough, but probably in the area and division have multiple dry runs. Yes, and seek help from your district chief judge. And when I say seek help, it doesn't mean that the district chief judge or the district knows everything, but we should collate the best practices across different contests in the district so that experiences matter. And whenever you have found out a best practice that has worked in your contest, make sure you highlight that also. This is the investment that you do from your Toastmasters and chief judging experience. Share that best practices onto your district chief judge that, yes, this is what we experienced and this is how we managed it. Now, I'll say a very important thing here. During the contest, it is the chief judge's state of mind or the right to state of mind, or it is the chief judge's discretion to organize, execute, and ensure the contest goes on fine. That is why chief judge should be aware of the speech rule book, the online guideline, the changes or the different reinstating of guidelines that have happened in the hybrid world. All those should be known. So the chief judge needs to have this knowledge to be able to take decisions during those exceptional scenarios that might happen in the contest. So the more dry runs you do, the more disaster recovery practice you do, the better you are adept to ensure that the contest goes on smoothly. Okay. And yes, last but not the least, you should have your district chief judge on speed dial, your area director on speed dial during a hybrid contest if required. However, let them know during the contest period, as a club, let the district know when your contests are happening, because then your district chief judge will be on her toes to help you. If she's not aware you're having a contest today, she may be somewhere where she cannot pick up a call. So the sooner we know your calendar of contests, the better equipped we are to help you from the district. Contestant briefing. This is particularly for the chief judges, and also I will request the Vice President Education of the clubs to ensure when a contestant's briefing is taking place in the hybrid model, the chief judge should necessitate that he or she is picking up the offline mode as well as the online mode. Request to ask or seek the contestant's preference. It is better to know previously whether the contestant is preferring offline or online. Ask the contestant to give a written application that yes, I would want to contest online. It's again a best practice. It's not a rule. It's a best practice to get that consent from the contestant because it helps the club, it helps the area, it helps the division, it helps the district prepare better for the hybrid contest. These are broadly the thought process that I wanted to reinstate in all of us who are here in this meeting. This is not the end of the thought process. I just wanted to initiate this thought process that when you're in hybrid, always think in both the hats. Physically, what you need to do, and online, what you need to do. Does this make sense? And is it relatable to you all?
Yes.
Now, yes, distinguished
Yeah, I
Toastmaster
just
Bina.
wanted to
Yeah.
intercede. I just wanted to intercede. You just said tie-breaking judge also it's advisable to have two. I think it's anachronism. A tie-breaking judge is one who breaks the tie, and only one can break the tie. So you cannot have two tie-breaking judges. You have to have either physical mode or online mode, but only one tie-breaking judge, please, because then there will be a discrepancy. He will break one tie and the other will break another tie. And then again, you need a third tie-breaking judge to break that tie. So no.
Agreed. Point noted. Yes. Only point is the tie-breaking judge should then be aware to manage both the online and the offline part of it. So
like a CJ does.
Yes.
So a CJ does. So any voting judge does. So if he is only online, then he will watch both offline, online contests and break them.
Now, I always love being the devil's advocate. I'll open the question and answer forum with a particular question to all the participants. Now, you are in an contest, hybrid, offline, online, whatever. Say, suppose in the online contest, the chief judge disconnects and is not in the contest. What should we do? Should we stop the contest? Should we pause the contestant? Should we try to stop and call the chief judge? Or should the contest continue? Doc, I will request you to not answer. Let the newest Toastmasters answer and then we'll go to you. Yes.
So I think contest needs to continue and the contest chair need to take the call.
Thank you so much, Aarti. Yes, if a contestant is speaking, the contest goes through. Contest chair can take the call. However, in the background, try to connect to the chief judge immediately over WhatsApp or whatever. That is again part of the contest chair's quick reckoning. Yes. So see, there are no hard and fast rules here. I just brought up a very practical example. Yes. So now there was another question. Suppose you are having an hybrid contest and just now it happened, right? There was a lag in Bina ma'am's audio during her speech on table topics. And I started speaking. Now, suppose an online contestant has started his or her speech and the contest chair is offline and is still completing his or her invite to the speaker. What should you do as a chief judge? Raise your hands and give an answer.
I didn't follow the question. Can you just clear it up, please?
So hybrid mode contest is ongoing. And there was a lag in the offline teams, video, audio, whatever you say. The contest chair was explaining rules and regulations or something like that. But the online contestant already started speaking. Okay, thinking that he or she has already heard that, and so he or she started. What should we do?
I think the contestant who has already started speaking should get a cue from the Zoom master or SA to, you do that thing about let me check for audio, video. Please say congratulations to the contestant. So then they will say congratulations to the contestant. Yes, you can be heard clearly and can be seen clearly. Then hand her over to the contest chair and say, yes, I have pre-checked her audio, video. The contestant is all yours. So this whole thing about doing all this, and then the contest chair says, okay, Beena Manrekar, honesty is the best policy. Honesty is the best policy, Beena Manrekar. And then you start. I mean, where is the lag here? Though?
Yes, so this is one happy scenario, I'll say. Now, suppose in a table topic contest, this scenario happens. How would you handle it? There's a difference.
I think in a table topic contest,
doesn't happen.
I think in table topic contest, contestants will wait until they hear the full topic, no?
So suppose they have heard, but they thought that, okay, she has spoken
How?
once and that's it.
How?
It can happen, right? If
When
there's a dead silence and he or
No.
she will think that they have finished speaking, right? Because
When
there was
the
lag.
topic is not completed,
No,
if
so
a topic is not
I'll
been
go
completed,
example. I'll give you an example, okay? I'm sorry, Toastmaster Beena, the stage is yours. The stage is, and we go on silent. Now the stage is what the online contestant did not hear.
the first time she heard, no?
Yeah, so she heard the first one, and now
Correct.
the contest chair is continuing to talk, but she starts to talk.
But she's just repeating what she said earlier, right?
But the online contestant did not hear that repetition. She's already started her contest. So then what should the chief judge be doing? Because the contest chair is also speaking, the contestant is also started speaking.
I think I have not heard my name last. See, Beena Manrekar, stage is all yours. The stage is all, stop, nothing. My name has not been announced. My name has to be announced last. Only then I get my cue for talking. It's not announced.
Contestants usually ask. They usually ask at such times, no?
So as I said, there is no right or wrong. It is on the chief judge to decide on such scenarios. Keep a note on what you should be doing and discuss during the contestant briefing.
Otherwise, it is the contestant's destiny.
No, and one more thing, last but not the least, during table topic contest, if ever something like that happens, that's why contest chair is supposed to have at least multiple topics ready. If a topic has already been shared and there's a glitch like this, we should restart with a new topic. Okay, so that is also something that the chief judge and the contestants should be ready for. Again, different scenarios, no guidelines, no assertions, but scenarios. Now, with this, I would like to invite our district training chair to tweak our brains with some rapid fire questions.
I think for this, Beena, you should have everyone's video on, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
it's all right. Some people are a little unable to put on the video. They can answer. Are we doing FAQs now, or what are
Yes,
we doing?
yes. So
Yes.
I will start.
So you'll open that FAQ question or what? Or you've got it?
No, I think we should ask them those questions and see what they answer.
Okay.
And one more thing that I would like to also highlight is Toastmaster Rashmi has put a question, our district chief judge and district training chair. Can chief judge be from the same club? For club contest, of course. That is how you learn about these different roles.
Yeah, in fact, this should be encouraged. Many clubs say, we want a chief judge from Northwest or Southeast. Why? Choose from your own club and give them a chance to develop. I think you must encourage chief judge, voting judges also from your own club, because at club level, you can do this. At area level, you need to represent clubs. But at club level, you can take club judges from your own club, even chief judge.
Now, the next question that Toastmaster Rashmi had is, how do we equip a chief judge who is taking the role for the first time? In the PQD corner, if you go to the training corner or the contest corner, there is a chief judge's kit in the rightmost section of the thing. There you have the guidelines for the chief judge. As I said, enabling the chief judge is through the rule book, the guidelines, but the chief judge will learn only he or she does those briefing, does the mock run. The more they do it, the more confident they get. Yes. And of course, any questions, direct it to the district chief judge or your area director or your vice president education and get questions answered. No question is a stupid question. We have this in our life, right? In corporate world also we say that. Same goes here. Ask a question. It's better to ask a question and then be said, oh, that's a very simple thing. Is your understanding is correct, rather than not knowing whether you are correct in your understanding and not asking the question. Okay. Over to you, distinguished Toastmaster Beena.
Yeah. So, so my first question is, who can be a voting judge at the contest?
Anyone who has completed the judges training?
Yes, any member in good standing of a club in good standing. It can be of the same club, his own club, self club, can be a voting judge.
My question, my connected question. Can someone raise their hand and let me know, what do you mean by a member in good standing? And what do you mean by a club in good standing? Why I'm asking, because I see a lot of new Toastmasters here. Rashmi, will wait for the others also right now. Someone else would like to go for it?
A member in good standing means the member whose membership fees are paid and is an active member. This is as far as a club in good standing means a club which has minimum 8 members at a time.
Perfect. I will request Toastmaster Saili, if you could come online on your video, it would be lovely to see you. But anyways, I'll give you time to be video ready. Would love to see you. Thank you so much. Over to you, distinguished Toastmaster Beena.
I
So
think
can the
a club
chief
in good
judge be a
standing,
voting? Sorry.
a club in good standing also means that the club has paid their dues to TI.
Yes.
If they have to
That's
be
the
in good
minimum of
standing.
8. Minimum
Yeah.
of 8. Yeah.
8, yeah.
Can the chief judge be a voting judge at the same contest?
No.
Why? No, your answer is right, of course. You can't be wearing two hats. You, as a chief judge, you're an administrator and you're collecting your bunch of 5 judges and 1 tiebreaker and briefing them. Then you can't change your hat and say, okay, now I'm the voting judge. Okay, now I'm the chief judge. It's not allowed. As a chief judge, you are a chief judge. Please, I have seen clubs do that because they are short on judges. So it's all right if you have one judge less, because they say at least 5 judges, they say plus 1 tiebreaker. But please don't substitute, once as CJ and once as BJ. So please refrain from doing that. Question 2. Next question 3. Who selects the topic for the table topics contest? This is very
Contest.
important.
Chief judge.
Who
Contest.
said chief judge? Who said chief judge? No, but all contest chairs in the rule book, if you see, the contest chair selects the topic for the table topic contest. Please remember, contest chair, don't hand over this important responsibility to the chief judge and say, you only select, Baba, you only select 3, 4, and you only choose. Don't do that, please.
And also remember, contest chair, this is your experience, this is your learning to make relatable topics.
Yes.
And another request from the Program Quality Director Office, make your table topics recognizable. Don't have very long topics. If the statement is too long, by the time you repeat the statement and tell the participant's name, the participant might have forgotten the topic. So for example, Toastmaster Beena, on the day of 15th November 2000, what did you do? On the day of November 2000, what did you do, Toastmaster Beena? Toastmaster Beena has lost. She probably only remembers the date.
Or,
You-
yeah, it's
make-
very difficult. There
make
is no
it
pro
short.
and con for this.
Correct, correct.
Yeah. So like I was saying, to take it forward, can the topic be just one word? For example, red, R-E-D. I give Sanjukta or Usha on topic. Red, come on. Toastmaster Usha, red. Red, Toastmaster Usha. Can I do that? No, again, no. The topic has to be of a general nature, reasonable length, and must lead to an opinion or conclusion. It need not require a detailed knowledge. Don't give chemical valency of H2O as H2.O2. Therefore, I think, what do you think? How? I don't know. I don't know chemical valency. I don't know H2O. What can I say? And there is no pro, there is no con. Don't give difficult topics. And
One
just
question, one also addition to what Distinguished Toastmaster Beena is saying is difficult topic means that it's not relatable to me. It doesn't mean that I am not honoring the capability of the thing. It's not relatable. I don't understand chemistry formulas. And if somebody is talking of a, say, Nagaland's folklore, I wouldn't understand that. I wouldn't be able to talk on it. Yes. So that's the relevance part of it. Okay. Now I would like to ask, yes, Toastmaster Mansi, please go ahead with your question.
I had a question regarding the previous question. I have seen contest chairs shortlist 5 topics and then the chief judge randomly chooses one topic. Like the contest chair gives 5 numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the chief judge chooses one number and the contest chair finalizes that topic. So is that allowed? I've seen these things happen earlier.
That has to happen. That's how you choose the topics.
But the contest chair will decide those 5 topics. The chief judge.
Yes, yes.
That is what you mean.
Don't tell it to anyone. It is your discretion. You are the contest chair and it's your wow moment that you get the privilege of giving the topic in the contest.
And again, there is one more thing to this. If your contest chair is from your own club, you need to trust that person. Because there could be versions that, yeah, this contest chair, she may be having her friends and she may, but you have to trust. Like how people trust. Yes.
IRSC.
Yeah, I know that, but then still members are a little skeptical sometimes. But if you have full faith in the contest chair, that he or she is going to be bringing topics which are known only to them and nobody else will know. And then even the chief judge doesn't know, right? So the chief judge just picks up one.
And one more thing, Mansi, and good that you picked this session up, this particular activity up. Now, contest chair, when shows those 5 chits, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the chief judge will say, okay, I choose 2. The contest chair should physically show, in a physical meeting, show that she is doing away with the rest 4. Sometimes in the script, it is written tear off and throw it away. Now, in the online world, as I said, there may be a glitch and you might have to choose a new topic. So don't tear away all the topics yet. Keep them a little off the thing, but keep them, because maybe you would still need those 4 topics to again choose a new topic. So this is a best practice. Remember, this is the briefing to the contest chair, probably. The chief judge has to remember that don't throw away the topics already. Okay. Yes, Toastmaster Rahul.
This is in consideration if there's a glitch and we need to go for another topic for table topics. In that case, wouldn't all the contestants have to redo for that change in topic?
Yes, yes. And that is why, as a club or as an area or as a division, you should consider that extra time that might happen because of this glitch. Yeah. So sometimes online, when we are doing these contests, we also club it with our area council conference, where we have area reports, so and so forth, division conference, so on and so forth. So keep time for such glitches, because then the whole meeting will stretch. So that is why when you're organizing the agenda, these are the risk mitigations you should be thinking. As the program chair, as the chief judge, that core team, as the vice president education, keep that in mind. Very good point, Rahul. Thanks for picking that up. Again, it's a guideline. I'm not putting it as a rule, but this will only help you have a smooth contest and let people know how much time they need to invest to make this contest a success. Yeah.
Okay, may I? Something happened? Yeah, okay. Can this chair in a physical contest show the topic to the contestant as it written? Honesty is the best policy, Sanjukta. Yeah, here it is. Yeah. Honesty is the best policy, Sanjukta. Can she or he do that?
First of all, just now, I would like to share that when Dina ma'am was showing like that, she was stuck. So as a contestant, I got stuck.
Drama queen.
But what I had to do. So please, as a contest chair, don't be so vivid. Be simple and just be calm. Any random movements will only distract everything else, especially the bandwidth.
But I said in a physical contest. I didn't say in an online contest. Even so in the physical contest, saying smiling and all. But if the contestant asks, I didn't hear properly. Can I read the topic? Is this allowed? That's what I'm asking. Someone please answer.
Joyce, others, Mita.
Well, the answer is, it says in the rule book, introduce each contestant by announcing the contestant's name, the topic, the contestant's name. That's all it says in the rule book. So by announcing, you mean enunciating or pronouncing or talking. There is nowhere in the rule book which says by showing the written word. However, I would like to add that in the hybrid rules that Sanjukta has forwarded, somewhere I read for table topics that sometimes there is a glitch, like you just saw. I got stuck, she got stuck, and she could not understand that the contestant could not understand the topic. So they have recommended that you could in private chat type the topic and send it to her or him. That is what I read.
So,
I
yes.
don't.
So the Toastmasters International, they just revamped that guideline. They said for an online meeting, if the contestant says that I couldn't hear clearly for various reasons, the contest chair can type it in the chat. Now remember, don't type it to everyone in the chat. This is something again during your dry run, during your contest chairs role playing, induction, you should highlight this. And this should be also practiced and checked during dry run. That if I am sharing to private message, what is it? How is it going? How is it going? Again, discretion is with the chief judge. But this is what guideline Toastmasters International has shared. Yes. And just for everybody's information, sorry, distinguished Toastmaster Beena.
No, carry on.
I have not shared the hybrid checklist in the website yet. As we discussed in the beginning of this session, that we will be putting up the 2 kits, International Speech Contest and the Table Topic Contest kit, into the contest corner site, and in the header portion of the contest corner page, you will also find this hybrid guideline available. I would like to reiterate, all these guidelines, all these scripts are not something we invented. These are best practices shared from previous contests or previous clubs and so on and so forth. They are just to set the ball rolling. They are not something that you should follow from top to bottom. So there are certain things that may be written in the script, which your chief judge may have said to be done in a different way. So then it is your responsibility as a chief sergeant at arms or a contest chair to edit that script. All the scripts that are given there is just a guideline for the verbiage that you should be following. It shouldn't be followed to the T, as we say, right? Over to you, distinguished Toastmaster Veena.
Yeah, and while on the subject, as you are editing the script, please do not add something like, okay, now here we have the results. Who is excited to hear them? Okay, guess. Now, who is the third person? Now, any guesses? Please, it's a formal contest. Don't incite or excite the audience by saying, who is the third? Then someone will say, Mayank. Someone will say, Usha. No, it's Sanjukta. So everyone is disappointed. Someone is upset. Don't do that. As a contest chair, please avoid this and announce clearly, in third place, so-and-so. In second place, we have so-and-so. And in first place, we have so-and-so. First and second will then go on from club level to area level. Please note this. Some contestants get carried away and say all these funny things. Please don't say it. Okay, next question.
Veena,
Yes.
this what you just narrated now, Veena, when contest chairs are being trained, like for example, in my club, we have, we actually motivate new members to take up the role of contest chair. And we as the seniors train them. So this is the first thing that we do when we finish with the script reading, the final one, we say, never ask them, oh, come on, can you guess who will be third place, second place? This is exactly what you said. And I don't know whether all the contest chairs are being trained in that fashion, but yes, they need to be trained.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Remember, it's a good practice. Contest chair is the key facilitator of the whole contest. And he or she is responsible for the decorum to ensure that the contestants have an amicable atmosphere to contest. See, there's a lot of pressure on the contestants. So stay docile and don't be too expressive. Of course, you can smile. You can make the contest lively. But once the contest starts, once you invite the first contestant,
No.
stick to the professional decorum. Then don't add any anecdotes. When you get onto the stage, add an anecdote. I will still say that's a good practice. The moment you ask the chief judge, are we ready to start the contest? Then stick to the basics. Then you become the, the facilitator who reinstates decorum and discipline. Yes? Over to you, distinguished Toastmaster Beena.
Yeah. Can a paid member who has just joined Toastmasters be a voting judge at an area contest? Question. Can a paid member who has just joined Toastmasters be a voting judge at an area contest?
No,
Why?
you have to be a member for at least 6 months and you have to complete 2 levels to be a voting judge at area contest.
And the third, this thing is to be physically present in an online contest, offline contest, even online, be physically present. That is also one criteria. You can't just sit at home and hear the speech and say, oh, okay, this one stood first and that one. You have to be physically present. These are the 3 conditions. Great. Now, next question, next 2 questions, and that's it. What is the work of a contest chair? We just talked about the work of a contest chair. Usha just said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 things. Quickly tell me.
So before you all say, distinguished Toastmaster Usha, you're being too expressive. You will not give away hints during the questions. As district chief judge, you then go on video mute. You're giving away half of the answers. There.
Why is she laughing? But
okay, go ahead, please. Beena ma'am, probably repeat the question, and so that Rashmi, I know, was keen to answer.
Okay, what is the work of a contest chair? There are 5 points. Quickly enumerate the 5.
The main work is to facilitate the whole contest.
Facilitate.
Yes, facilitate the whole contest. And they find the chief judges and have the contestants and the chief judges briefing, all the role players briefings. These 3 only I can remember.
Correct. Organize the event and its logistics. Please remember that you are in charge of organizing the event, means budget, place, audio, video, everything. Logistics. Select chief judge. Appoint supporting roles, that is SAA and timers. Brief the contestants and get them to fill the eligibility certificates and give them a copy of the rule book and speech contestant profile form and verify membership status. These are the key points over and above which you might have to do something more, but these are the key areas you have to cover. Okay.
I
Great.
have a question.
Yes.
A googly question. I need an yes or a no. It is crucial that a contest chair gets the whole list of judges from the chief judge in order to facilitate that the judges
Felicitate.
no, in order to facilitate that the judges are available online.
No, voting judges should be known only to the chief judge.
Next question.
No.
Should the voting judges be aware who amongst them is the tie-breaking judge?
No.
No.
Remember, you're saying no, so make sure your chief judge knows this. If a person who is new, he or she might be influenced or, bogged down by experienced Toastmasters who are contest chairs, and then he or she explains the whole things. Yeah. Should the contest chair be sharing the list of table topics to the chief judge to see whether they are relevant and good topics before the contest?
No.
No.
Good.
No.
Toastmaster Rahul, you had a question. Go ahead.
Yes, just on the tiebreaker point, isn't it that even the tally counters are not aware who the tiebreaker judge is?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
Good, good. I am very happy to see some of us equipped well enough to have a quality contest. Now, what is the guideline given in the online contest for timers? Should the timer be showing by sharing screen, or is it that the timer should use virtual backgrounds?
Virtual background.
Virtual
Virtual
background.
background.
I'm proud of you all, Toastmasters of District 125. You all are so aware of the guidelines. I'm very happy now. Now I feel safe. Yes. And a round of applause, to see that you all are also equipped to have contests. Now, what are the post-contest responsibilities of the chief judge?
Emailing the notification of winners form to the PQD and the district judges, I think. District chief judge.
Chief judge.
PQD
District
only.
chief judge.
District chief judge. No, not even PQD. In District 125, if you send it to district chief judge, I am fine with it. Because
Right.
I will get the list from her.
Earlier, I think it was PQD as well in 98.
You can also send it to me. I don't mind hearing about it. But yes, the requirement is only district chief judge. What else?
I think if I'm not
And
wrong, then the first.
Notify the area directors.
Okay, fair enough. That's a good practice. What else?
And also filling the voting judge information that they have participated.
Bingo. Thank you, Toastmaster Santosh. What else? I am a very exacting person of my questions. A few more things chief judges have to do. What else? Toastmasters is a voluntary organization. You have some people who are giving you their time as the voting judge.
Thank you
In
for
the-
yes.
In the background, do appreciate. Ensure that
Okay.
you have sent out the certificates to them at least. Not showing everyone, but at least in their personal email, or give it to them personally if it's a physical thing. Acknowledge their contribution, because they are the key to the success of the contest that you were responsible for. We often forget this thing. Appreciate, because it's voluntarily done. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, one last scenario I would like to present to the members here, and also ask Usha for a clarification. Many have asked me this. It's a question of timeline. Now, I'm a member of our own Toastmasters Club. Let's say my contest is happening next week. That is, today we are on the 5th, 5th and 7th, 12th of March. Okay, I take part and I win the table topic contest. Now, on the 12th and 7th, 19th of March is another club contest, let's say Toastmaster Southeast or West or something. And they had already booked me as a judge there. Okay, which is not to be told to everyone, but quietly I'm telling, I'm a judge there. Now, can I, as a winner in my own club, be a judge in the club level at Toastmasters Southeast? Question to everyone and to you. I am a little in confusion to answer this.
Not in the same contest.
Not
Not in same contest, yeah.
Not in the same contest, not in table topics, but I can do it in ISC.
Yes, in ISC you
Yes,
can do.
yes.
Yes.
I don't know this, I can't understand. Because in rule book number C, page 6, C7, voting judge, tie-breaking judge or chief judge at the same contest type in which they would be competing beyond club level in any district cannot take part.
So yes,
Beyond club level is the key word here. which I
correct,
can
correct.
understand.
So
Yeah.
that means, Distinguished Toastmaster Usha, would you want to answer or would you want me to answer?
She said, go ahead. I think.
Okay, okay.
I have also highlighted the same point here, Beena. Voting judges, tie-breaking judges, or chief judges at the same contest type in which they would be competing beyond the club level in any district. Members who are serving in contest official or presenter roles that meet the following criteria. Timer ballot.
So,
Yeah, so that
so
I want
hold on. Yes. So here's what the understanding of this rule book session is. In club level, you may. Beyond the club level, you may not.
Yes.
Club level, you can go ahead. It's a learning stage. Yeah. But beyond the club, so once you have become a club or the winner, in the area level, you cannot become a chief judge, voting judge anywhere in the same contest. Yeah.
That means I see here they've said at club level, if you have won and you intend to compete at area level, then you cannot be a voting judge in the same type of contest, is what is
Correct. Correct.
You read that again once more, Beena ma'am, and I'll tell you what I understand.
Members who are serving in contest official or presenter roles that meet the following criteria. Voting judge, tie-breaking judge, or chief judge at the same contest type in which they would be competing beyond the club level in any district. Timer ballot.
Yeah, so let's stick to that one line, 7A. Voting judge, tie-breaking judge, or chief judge at the same contest type in which they would be competing beyond the club level in any district. I am competing beyond my club level in area as for table topics. Can I be a voting judge in another club, next club, Baner club? Can I be?
I don't think.
Fine.
Huh?
So what
No.
we go as a guideline here, since we decide here, because this is a murky guideline, I would say let's go what
To
district.
be fair to the other members, no, Beena?
Yeah. So then,
You're already a winner, no?
correct.
I'm
So-
already a winner, so I can't, I think I shouldn't. But if I'm a loser,
You shouldn't.
I can. If I'm disqualified, I can.
See,
But if I'm a winner and that's first or
yes.
second,
Correct.
and I intend to go to area, I don't think, because I reduce the chances of that person.
I respect, yeah. So for those who are getting confused to what we are discussing, it is very simple. Why we are doing this, right? So you won at a club level for any contest, and now you are getting ready to go to the area. If you, why this guideline is put this way, if you are becoming a judge in another club, you may be influencing your decision. Okay.
In the same
I'm
type of
confident.
contest. Remember, this is the same type of contest.
Correct. So
That
you
also
might
have to
be
take into
influenced-
consideration.
Yeah, you might be influenced that, hey, I did a better job, or, he did a better job. He's doing a better job.
no, I think how you could influence is if I'm going to be competing against this person in the area,
Correct.
I think I should mark them down. I don't want a competitor like that.
Correct. So that influences
So-
you there in the same type. But
Absolutely,
if I won in
absolutely.
table topics, I can still be a club judge in ISC.
ISC, yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Fair enough. Thank you so much.
Mansi, what do you think, Mansi?
Would you want a judge like that?
Yes, actually, I had asked this question to Veena ma'am last week, which is why I think she brought it up today.
Yes.
So I'm clear with the guidelines now because Rahul and I are chief judges in a contest on 19th and our club contest is on 11th. So we might have to decide which contest we can be a chief judge for depending on the results in our club contest.
So here's my take.
But one thing.
Also, another thing is if your club contest was after the other club, no, then you could have gone and done the, oh God, my videos again doing all kinds of funny things. If your club contest is after the others, so in the meantime, you can be a judge anywhere, you can be a judge. And then your club contest comes and then you win and that's it. Then you don't take.
But Beena, I think she said chief judge, huh?
Yeah.
So then ask, but it's written here, voting judge, chief judge, everything. It's
Correct. Yeah. She said chief judge. Both of
Yes,
them, yes.
it's written CJ,
Voting
VJ and TBJ, so I think it
Okay,
stands
Thank
for
you.
3 types.
correct.
Yes.
So I would like to take this opportunity that we have only 1 minute left of this meeting. As we know, we hope from the PQD office, we were able to help you all out. We would love to hear some quick feedbacks from you all. And also, we would be sharing a feedback form to you all before your leave. If you have not marked your attendance in the form that is shared in the chat, would request you to take the next 30 seconds to do so, please. Yeah. And in the meantime, some feedback for us to improve or continue doing certain things would be great. Please go ahead, but I will stop the recording first with your permission.
Okay,